Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Your boy Big Zeke in the building. I hear my brother Dre.
Yo, what's good, good people? Welcome back.
Also, I'm in the building is Kesey.
What's good, good people?
And this time he is on time. All right.
I realized that I stole good people from you. That wasn't normally what I say. That was your saying.
I know. I don't know why you took it.
Dang.
I mean,
let's start again. Let's start again.
I'm not starting again, man. I'm not starting again.
Help me out again. Come on. Come on.
All right.
Go ahead.
This your boy Big Zeke. Out of here. Anyway, the shoot around.
I'm here with my brother Dre. What's good, America? I'm back in the building at the table. All three of us are in the building. What's up, Keith? Welcome back.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
It's just too much.
It's okay to be like me.
No. See, you know.
Hey, it's too late
He
now.
set himself up, didn't he?
He did. He did.
He set himself up.
I was waiting for you to say
I don't mind being like my brothers in certain aspects, but let you have your wish back.
Then there were two.
We
down to it. But before we get into that, the NBA Finals, we're going to talk about a couple of things that's been going around the league. The Brooklyn Nets are unwilling to give Kyrie a long-term extension due to injury history and personal decision not to get vaccinated. What are your thoughts?
Here we are with this again.
Here we are. I mean, this segment's probably going to take 30 minutes.
I don't think so.
They are unwilling to give him a long-term extension.
I don't think anybody is like, bump that, give him his money. I don't think nobody's feeling like that.
I just feel, I mean, he put himself in a situation.
He did.
And you gotta deal with the things that come behind. You gotta deal with the what is it called?
Consequences.
No, it's not consequences, because it ain't really a consequence.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
He gotta deal with the choices he made.
That's a good way to put it.
He made that choice. So now he has to live with that choice. And all of the things that come with that choice, here it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think anybody at this table is thinking like Kyrie should get his money. I will say, like, people like him and James Harden, where the ceiling is so high, and I think the thing is about, like, a lot of times what have you done for me lately? And that is the mentality of some, like, of the entertainment business. That's the mentality. What have you done for me lately? And sometimes with basketball, we go off what have you done in the past. Like, Kyrie is an instant bucket. Kyrie is one of the most skilled players in the league. He is an NBA champion. He's always in the conversation. I'll just say he's always in the conversation of one of the top players in the NBA when he is playing. I want to applaud the Brooklyn Nets. I want to applaud the Brooklyn Nets because a lot of times stars get their way. The NBA is a player first is a player first league. Like, it's all about the players. They make the demands, and usually the league sinks into their demands. But in this case, the organization is like, you know what? No, we're not finna just bend to your will just because you might be something special. We have to prove it to us. And the thing about it is Kyrie still has a year left. So it's one of those things where, like, this could turn around. So, like, he could just ball out next year, play at least 60 games, and then, we on to it. We talking about giving him his extension.
So is this his player option year coming
This is his player option year.
So he can opt out this summer.
So yeah, he can opt out not this summer, next year.
So he got to play next year.
So next year, yes.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, but it's one of those things like you want to sign those extensions.
Let me correct y'all.
I'm
sorry. Let me correct y'all. He has a player option, so he can pick it up or he can opt out.
So next year he has to play with Brooklyn. No,
what I'm saying is upcoming season, when the season ends, he can opt out.
Yeah, after the season, right?
That's what we said.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, like, if Kyrie can just ball out, and then we talking about give him his $256 million contract. So I agree with you. It's one of those things where, like, this is what you have done and put yourself in this position, Dre.
So Kyrie Irving, incredible basketball player, best handles in the game. When he's on, right? he makes superstars win. He makes superstars look better.
I wouldn't say that, but continue.
Well, he helped LeBron win a championship. Right? Yeah. That if he don't hit that three, we don't win a title.
I'll give you. I'll look
you know what I'm saying?
But that could have been anybody hit
for the sake of argument.
Even Detlef Shrimp.
No, we got time.
Detlef Shrimp could have hit that three.
No, that in the Jordan era, he couldn't have did that. Detlef couldn't have did it unless he was playing next to Mike. No, anyway, Kyrie Irving, who is, I think him facilitating the ball to KD makes KD even a greater superstar. And you know I'm not a big KD fan, but KD needs someone like a Kyrie. I applaud Brooklyn as well for not giving in to a player who hasn't earned the type of contract that he wants. Kyrie, had he played, Kyrie would have probably gotten $200 million. He probably would have got a supermax.
Probably.
You know, with the Brooklyn Nets. And like Nike said, they're likely not going to re-sign him. Brooklyn should follow suit. I was reading some rumors, and I hope this doesn't take away from whatever else you have planned, but they were even talking about him. I mean, it comes at, what, about 20 minutes before?
And 2 hours before. It's enough time to look.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kyrie, they're linking him to all type of teams, which is sliding trades. Like I've heard rumors of maybe him and Westbrook being traded for each other to reunite LeBron and Kyrie, to reunite Russie and Brooklyn. Not sure, and KD, not sure why anybody would want to do that. But Kyrie, I think, played himself. I think Kyrie made a big mistake by turning his back on his team. And we could talk about it beliefs. We could talk about it personal choice, whatever the case may be. No team, I believe, will give Kyrie a 5-year deal. He might get a 2-year incentive-based contract, but Kyrie's a smart man. He is not going to opt out of a $36 million contract because that's guaranteed money. That's guaranteed money. So I'm behind Brooklyn. I think it's great that they are not giving in to his demands, but it'll be an interesting offseason to see what happens with Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. Now, did you ask the second part of the question about?
I did.
You did not. Okay. So yeah. No. I was listening.
Before I get into that,
shut up.
Before I get into that, real quick, breaking news.
What?
I said breaking news.
Dan
Snyder has just stepped down as the Utah Jazz head coach.
Well,
I think.
Well, the Lakers job's already gone.
Yeah, dude, he didn't want it. But real quick, I think this is the start to the dominoes falling for the Jazz.
Oh yeah, they're done.
So the rumor is that I didn't want to put it in here, but in the outline, but the rumor is Donovan Mitchell is going to be traded to most likely, the Miami Heat.
Well, the Los Angeles Lakers, right?
No, Miami Heat for Tyler.
That's it?
Probably straight up.
No.
I can see that.
No.
Why not?
Are you smoking good?
You smoking something good,
Why?
bro. Because Kyle, first of all, Kyle Lowry, and he's a bum.
I didn't say Kyle Lowry.
He's their starting point guard.
I said Tyler.
Listen to me. What would Donovan Mitchell going to Miami, I think is great, but you're going to have to give up a lot more assets than Tyler Hero for the Utah Jazz to give up their star point guard.
Who's the star point guard?
Or star shooting guard, I'm sorry. To give up Mitchell is Utah's star.
What's your point?
And you're going to trade him straight up for
what's funny?
Tyler Hero?
2 weeks ago or last week, you talked about who being overrated.
I didn't call.
You called
Mitchell
somebody overrated. I didn't say you called Mitchell.
Zach LaVine.
You called Zach LaVine overrated.
Yes, he's the star of the team.
I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell in that category too. Donovan Mitchell is good. He's really good. But is he great? Now, when they were in the playoffs, when the Utah Jazz they've been in the playoffs the last 4 or 5 years. I don't want to say 5 years. I say the last 3 years in particular, including the bubble year, they were the team to beat. They had great regular seasons. They had a nice put together team, and then they come to playoff times. They don't know what. I ain't gonna say know what to do. They break down. Like the team literally breaks down. If you play the Jazz 4 times in a row, most likely you're gonna get 3 of those wins. and that's happened consecutively for like the last 4 years. So with that being said, how good really is Donovan Mitchell?
So
are y'all putting, because he's what, I think he's 26. I think he's 26, 27.
You know what the problem is?
Is he a superstar?
You know what the problem is?
What's the problem?
They don't make adjustments. They stick with what they've been sticking with all year.
Why not?
But when the playoffs come, sometimes you gotta make adjustments. What you think was the Bucks' problem up until we won our championship? Bud stuck with what he stuck with, and it got us kicked every year.
And even when we won the championship, he stuck to what he stuck with.
I mean,
let's not give Bud.
He made some adjustments. He made some adjustments.
Not many.
It's only so many you can make.
Come on, man. Get a man credit. We got an NBA championship out of it.
Okay.
Thank you, Giannis. Thank you, Chris. I'm giving the team credit, but I'm just saying let's not try to give Bud a lot of credit for
before we get distracted. Is Donovan Mitchell a superstar?
You know, Donovan Mitchell, I'm going to say he is a superstar because he's with Utah. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Because he's with Utah. If he goes to Miami, Donovan Mitchell's stock might drop. Playing next to Jimmy Buckets, playing next to Bam, playing next to even Kyle Lowry, playing next to that starting core that they have, where does Mitchell fit in? That would be a terrible trade.
I'll say this.
I'll tell you like this before you go any further. Right. In order for Miami to make that deal for Donovan, they're going to either have to give up Butler or they're going to have to give up Bam.
Or Kyle.
Kyle.
But no one wants him, is what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Donovan is a max player. Hero is not a max player. There's no way Utah is giving up Donovan Mitchell for a non-max player.
I've seen some draft picks
to give up a no. That's not even.
Okay. Hold on a second.
At best, he's a great 6 man of the year.
Utah spent too many years before you sit to your point, because this adds to it. Utah spent too many years being a bad franchise. They've been forgettable since the Karl Malone Stockton.
That's not true though. There was 1 year they had the best record in the league. The last 4
recently though.
Yes,
that's
the last 4 years.
Recently.
Okay, hold on a second though. The last 4 years they have been at the top of the West, top five of the West. They've been up there. Last 4, probably last 3 years, probably like 3 years, including this one. So when you talk about like y'all talking about Donovan Mitchell is a max player,
I didn't say that. Kesey said that.
Kesey said that.
He's a max player, man. Come on,
he's a max player with Utah.
He's a max player.
Is he a superstar?
With Utah, yes.
He's not to me, he's not a superstar.
With Utah, yes. Utah is, for me.
And then that's the thing. With Utah, with conditions, we're talking about superstar level here. We're talking about a superstar is somebody who, hold on a second. A superstar is somebody who could take a team like Dallas and take them as far as to the Western Conference Finals. We expect them to be out round 1. And then think about this. Luka and his team is getting better and better. Donovan Mitchell is doing good, but not good enough. So you're not a superstar if you're doing good, but not good enough.
But you got to look at the roster he got over there too, though.
Bro, look at the roster.
Rudy is the only big man in the league that can't shoot a jumper. That don't have a jump hook. That don't have a back to the basket game. And is a max contract player ever.
I'm not saying he's not a max contract. I'm saying he's not a superstar.
Bro, they got Jordan Clarkson.
So Jordan who? Is that the same Jordan played with LeBron James that couldn't even score a bucket?
They got Mike Conley. They got Hassan
Mike
Whiteside.
Who?
Shut up.
Mike Conley in the Memphis.
They got the 2 white boys.
They got. I mean, their roster is a bunch of no-namers, but you can go to.
It's a solid roster.
But I'm saying
it's better than Dallas roster.
I'm gonna agree with you on this, Kesey. You can't say that because.
What did you say?
Because they're younger.
Kesey, you can't. Shut up.
Kesey,
Dallas
you can't even name Dallas Mavericks center.
Get him.
Who they center?
Get him.
No. Who's they center?
Get him.
Finley.
Get him. Who? Mike Finley? As a center? You said Finley?
First of all, that's hilarious.
That's the only Finley on the team. You said Finley.
What is his name? Finley what? I forgot what.
It's Finley something. It's not Mike. It's not Mike Finley though. But that's hilarious.
He just wanted an a-hole today.
It is.
Okay. I'm gonna live with it.
Bruh.
So
I'm not dealing with him today.
But you told some Finley? Really, Kesey?
So the reason
Dallas has always had they've had a solid roster around Donovan Mitchell. So it's not like it's just him by himself.
And let's be honest.
And don't
go ahead.
Don't get it twisted. Brunson is not a scrub either.
Brunson's not a scrub.
He's not. But so Kesey,
he's not a max money kind of player.
I know, but he was a horse for a minute though.
The problem
he was horsing him over a few games
this year.
The problem that I have with what you just said, we could say who they got for so many teams in this league.
That's true.
Even the Bucks. You take away the big three. You say all the time. Javon who?
Yeah.
Brooke who?
I'm just saying that your superstar should take when you have a solid roster around the best player on your team, which is Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
You should be going further. You should have at least seen the Western Conference Finals.
The chemistry,
and he has blown how many leads, how many times?
Chemistry is an issue, though. Let's not act like the issues between him and Rudy Gobert have not sort of
since COVID. They've been off.
They've been off.
I get
they
it.
have not linked the way they should. But the part of the story that I think you missed, they're not even really linking him to Utah as much as they are the New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks don't have any. I've thought about that. I've heard about that, and it's unlikely because they don't have anything to give.
They don't have access because New York don't want to give up draft picks.
Yeah, they don't have smart. They don't have anything to give. So it's one of those
Randall?
things. That might want Randall. But
that one season was a fluke.
I kind of think it was.
The 2020 was a fluke.
I kind of think it was. But it's one of those things where, I just think for Donovan Mitchell, Tyler Hero, straight up, to me is
no.
You throw some more draft picks in there. But other than that,
I think that's a little disrespectful of Donovan Mitchell, bro.
Donovan
Mitchell was named
nothing.
He was named. What has Tyler Hero done besides sit out and be hurt and get in trouble on Instagram?
And then because he want to be. First of all, Tyler Hero wants to be a starter. Let's start there. Hold on, that's one more. Number two, I think if Tyler Hero plays game 6 and 7, this series might turn out to be different.
Okay, I was looking for a charger. If I'm Utah, you're going to have to give me a little more than Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry, a little more than Tyler Hero. A little more than Tyler Hero.
And if I'm Utah, I would get rid of Rudy before I get rid of Donovan.
They'll get rid of both of them.
Agreed. I don't think they'll get rid of both. I think they're going to stay. I think they're making a mistake. And like I said, I would take Rudy Gobert over a lot of players, but I think they're going to keep and build around him.
Rudy?
I think so. And here's the problem with that. Rudy's not a scorer. So if you're going to get rid of Donovan Mitchell, who's your leading scorer, you better do better than Tyler Hero. You better do better than Tyler Hero. Now, man, all season,
we'll talk about it later. I just wanted that was breaking news. Well, that was breaking news. I just wanted to put dab in that a little bit. Back on course. And so if Kyrie leaves, the Nets believe Kevin Durant will follow suit and leave Brooklyn too.
I believe so too.
Of course, because he can't be a team leader. Why is anyone surprised by that?
Wow.
Where's the lie? Did I?
I didn't say you were lying.
Because you like to go to tapes. That's your thing now. What's the lie?
I'm glad you said that. I got to tell you right here.
Go ahead. What's the lie? Where's the lie? Where is KD? Where has KD been the leader?
KD has never been the leader.
Okay.
I think
so. Why are we surprised by this?
Hold on a second. No. This has nothing to do with him about being a leader, about being this, being that. I think that if Kyrie leaves, he's really gonna be playing with a bunch of bums, and he knows it. He knows it. I'm gonna be playing with a bunch of bums, and just like Kesey said every year, well, multiple times this year, a little bit of last year too. They're not even playing with no bunch of bums, and I gotta score 40 a night just for us to be competitive. I don't want to do that. That's too much on my body. And so I think that if Kyrie leaves, this is probably the best bet for KD to leave. Now the question is, where would he go? That I don't see. New York
he would never.
He would just because the culture is bad there. Not even the team. The culture is bad there.
Can I say this about KD?
Go ahead.
If Kyrie leaves, and y'all can call me crazy, KD is gonna reunite with Brooklyn.
With who?
I'm sorry, Golden State. If Kyrie leaves, don't be surprised if he reunites with Golden State.
No, his pride won't let him.
I hope so. I hope. Now, you know how you always say, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
He'll join LeBron before you go back there.
I think he'll join. He'll join the Clippers before he does that.
Well, the Clippers are going after.
They want Kyrie a little bit.
They want Kyrie. Clippers are going after Kyrie
a little bit.
He won't play with them.
I think he would.
I don't.
I think he play with Kawhi.
If you know Kyrie, he ain't playing with them.
Why?
Just think of him. He's that type of player, man.
I think he would play with them, and I think it would make him. First of all, I think he would go at them for the purity of. For the simple reason that
he can stick it to LeBron
every year, at least 2 to 3 times. I firmly believe that.
I believe he would rather reunite with LeBron and go to the Clippers.
What? He hates. I don't say he hates LeBron, but he disliked LeBron with a passion.
Did you not read the last interview he did about that, where he said that he wished he would have made better choices with LeBron?
That don't mean he would go back.
That was a younger him. If he was him now, he would have stayed with LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, Brooklyn, and that's why I said the rumor mill was talking about a Kyrie Westbrook swap because they both have a 1-year deal. So neither team really has nothing to lose. But let me ask you, if this were to happen, do you think there's too much bad blood between Russie and KD for it to work?
Oh, you mean in Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn. Is there too much bad blood for it to work?
I don't think nobody can work with Westbrook.
Man, no.
I don't think anybody can work with Westbrook.
You better invest.
To be honest with you, as much as as passive as KD is, he would literally be like, "No, it's cool," and then walk away. And then you know what? Oh, you know what? You know where I see Kyrie going?
Where?
Philadelphia. You let James Harden walk. And you try to get Kyrie in there.
Yeah.
Kyrie. Who's that? Kyrie and Joel Embiid.
I like it. So to answer your question, KD will absolutely
and then on top of that, KD in the mix.
Yeah. KD only went to Brooklyn because of Kyrie.
Yep.
And if you don't have Kyrie, you don't have KD. So Brooklyn, that's what happens when you invest your money in a follower. And when you invest your money in a guy who doesn't want to do his job. So again,
2 guys who don't want to be there.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, I can see KD absolutely leaving, but I don't necessarily think him and Kyrie would be united in their next destination.
United
Moving on.
What you got, man? What you think on that subject matter, bro?
Oh, go ahead. He already talked about it, but
so where do you see KD possibly going if Kyrie leaves?
I don't see him following Kyrie, but go ahead.
To me, if I'm KD, I would leave Brooklyn. I just don't like Brooklyn. Nothing about Brooklyn just rings championship.
I like Brooklyn.
I don't think nothing's coming from. No, I don't think no championship is coming to Brooklyn no time soon.
Really?
Agreed. I missed their shot.
No, I honestly want to see. Brooklyn win a championship. I think a New York City championship be lit for the league, for just the culture of basketball. I think that would be crazy. That would be because that happened in I don't know when. I don't know, like the 70s maybe. And the way New York go up for their city or for their teams, that would be lit. Just for the culture of basketball altogether. I'm tired of LA. I'm tired of like if Boston win it this year. That's cool, but they won it like 10 years ago.
I can't have Boston. Why I don't want Boston to win is because they beat the Bucks. I would not be okay with a Boston championship.
It has nothing to do with Steph Curry, huh?
I'm a Steph Curry fan, but I'm not a Golden State Warriors fan. I do not watch the tape.
We're going to talk about
No, we're going to talk about it now since you brought it up.
Why are we going to talk about it now?
Well, I'm just going to preface this and we'll talk about it again later. Wait.
If I'm KD.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Geezy.
Listen.
If I'm KD.
Here we go again. Everybody versus Dre.
But you never even let me get my stuff out.
You were quiet. He the one that cut you off, not me.
We were talking about the
still going. But anyways, if I'm KD, I really will look into somewhere that would be my last destination.
And
Brooklyn is not his last destination.
Can he go back to OKC and right his wrong?
If I'm him, that's what I do. But I take somebody with me.
To be honest,
but who do you take with you?
To be honest with you, if I'm OKC, I don't want it. I'm serious.
That's something I would say.
They sell out.
I don't want it.
Sell out the arena every night.
It would, but I don't think KD is the guy who's going to put me in a championship. Because once you add KD, no matter what your roster is, you're talked about as one of the best. Not say best teams, but I want to say it's a lot of pressure. You know how
but the organization,
how LeBron goes,
but that organization is looking for that though. They want that publicity. They want
they
that.
want to
They
build
want
the
that
draft.
heat. They want that smoke.
You think they want that smoke?
They want that smoke. Anybody that get KD want that smoke. If the Bucks can get them right now, they would take that smoke that come behind getting KD.
Well, let's not get ridiculous here. Of course, we want that smoke. Are you crazy? I don't see how it would work, but I'm willing to try.
Right.
Make it work, guys.
So what if the Bucks say we'll give up Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton for KD?
Oh, where do we sign?
You would take it?
What?
I would have to think about it.
KD's a 40 piece every night.
But that's giving up a lot of all defense.
That's a lot of defense.
It's a lot of, from a defensive perspective, yes. But KD and Giannis, that would be scary. Would nobody be able to stop them?
No.
What?
KD doesn't make anybody better, is what you don't realize, though.
But KD can score buckets, though.
By itself.
KD's a bucket.
But just think about all them open shots he'll get with Giannis driving.
That's what I'm saying. And you need defense.
They
but
both
again,
they both
the
have
NBA,
40 a night.
I think what we fail to realize, the NBA is a defensive league, yes. But it's a better offensive league.
Okay,
you can have great defense, but if your team is offensively better, you're likely going to win the game.
You know what? No, that's not true. Because Brooklyn was an offensive team, not a defensive team. They were an offensive team.
I don't think Brooklyn was an offensive team like everybody thought they were.
They were.
What you talking about the version that played the Bucks or this year's version?
I'm talking about this year version. Hold on. Let me finish.
They got
this year version.
They got swept.
Hold on a second. This year version that had them in first place, and that had them at the beginning of the season, they were balling. And this is when before KD got hurt. This is before when Kyrie wasn't playing. The Nets were looking like, oh, they're gonna be in the finals. So I get what you're saying, but the defense always prevails at the end.
Of course.
I think that like Boston.
We know that from Drew Holiday saving us against the Suns in Game 5.
Yeah, but even that like this year, like every team has a different identity, and so like a lot of teams are defensive oriented. Mm-hmm. So like you have, I want to say the Bucks, Boston, Miami. So like a lot of those teams are teams that you lock down defensively, and then that defense creates offense. So
I mean, Phoenix Suns, other than Chris Paul, they're a better offensive team than they are defensive.
That might have been the reason they lost.
They didn't show up in Game 7.
That might have been the reason they lost.
You know what I'm saying?
They got outscored.
But no, Drew Holiday is a player I hold in high regard. You have to come with the kitchen sink to trade, bro, because he's a two-way guard. And there's not many of those. I know you're not, but I'm saying if we're trading Holiday, we need to pick up someone on defense.
Well, first of all, you was ready to trade Holiday for Dame Lillard. Okay, you're ready to get rid of Holiday.
I didn't say get rid of. I said I would take Dame over Holiday, but we'll lose that defense. Say the quotes right. Dang.
Dame is not a bad defender.
Just start pulling out tape.
Dame is no Holiday on defense either.
You
might take Dame offensively.
He's a liability.
You might take Dame offensively over Holiday, but you ain't taking him defensively. Okay. Since y'all brought it up,
wait. Giannis and Brook backing you up. You don't need
real quick.
Let me say that because that's a rumor.
I know. Hold on.
That's a rumor out there right now. Before you go, for Holiday. That's on the rumor mill right now.
That's not gonna happen. But check this out. Do you think Bud can make Dame to not because they're a defensive player like top 5, but I'm just saying like, hey, hold defense and I'll make sure you get your buckets or whatever. Do you think he can turn that defensive narrative around about him?
I think so because the Bucks are a great defensive team.
Yes,
but more importantly, I think what we fail to realize with the new superstardom of the NBA, 90% of the time, if you want to play with a player, you play better. You play better.
Depends.
No, Kyrie, when he played with KD before injuries, they were balling out.
James Harden.
James Harden,
So
who
what
do
you
he
saying?
want to play with?
So he don't want to be in Philly. Then is what you're saying?
Yeah. Who did he want to play with?
He wanted to play. Well, first he said he wanted to go to Brooklyn, and then he said
But again, this is
he said
James
he
Harden.
naturally. He said he wanted to go to Philadelphia, but his play never showed it.
Since he was injured, to me, Harden has lost a step. So I'm not going to judge this past season. Harden got to have one more season for me to see if he's the James Harden of old or if he's washed. Okay, so I need to see next season.
Well, I didn't wrung my towel out. He washed.
If Dame has declared publicly that he would like to play with Giannis.
Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
If Dame shows up in Milwaukee, I believe he will become the player that we want him to be to help him get a championship. Because we got one. Giannis got one.
I don't know about y'all, but I want
we'll take him more, right?
Oh, okay.
But Dame would have the most to lose because we know what it's like. But
But the Bucks don't really need to make no dramatic.
Would you take it though?
What?
Would you take Dame for Holiday?
Yeah. Would
you take Dame for Holiday?
That's big time shots.
So Dame, Middleton, and Yanni, you wouldn't do it.
The way Drew missed all those shots this year and all the step backs he missed, I'll take that gamble with Dame. I love Drew Holiday in his game, but it's something got to change though for the Bucks. We got the pedigree. We just need a few tweaks.
Nothing about our big three needs to change. Chris Middleton is there mid-range. Giannis all around. He's increased and he's getting better with a 3-point and a jump shot. And then we got Drew, who is lockdown defender. We have all the categories we need with our big three. I ain't gonna say I've never seen, but this is a very complete big three. So go get that guy defensively, lock him up. Okay, cool. Hey, we need a bucket. Middleton, go get that bucket. Okay, cool. Giannis, all right, best player in the league. We'll
he's the best player in the league.
We'll talk about that at the end of the year.
Hands down, best player in the league. Right
better than
hands
LeBron.
Down, best player in the league.
Easy.
Better than LeBron. Anyways,
way better.
All
right, cool. So he's the best player in the league right now. So he can get his. I ain't gonna say his shot.
Shout out to LeBron though.
He can score. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Billionaire. Ching ching.
Ching
Let me borrow $2, LeBron.
Let me get it.
But best player in the league. So I think this is the most complete big three in the NBA.
So here's when healthy, yes.
Always when healthy.
So this is what the rumor mill has. It has the Portland Trail Blazers receiving Holiday, Jordan Nora, a 22 first round pick, which we don't really need, and a 2028 first round pick, and the Bucks get Dame Lillard.
No.
That's a lot for Dame. That's a lot for Dame. I don't like the idea. If I'm the Bucks, I would cut back on a 2028 first round pick because we don't know what's going to happen in 2028.
I don't even like the fact that, because Dame, I ain't going to say he lost a step, but he's getting older. That's number one. Number two, he's coming back from surgery, and I think the knees. I forgot what. No, it was his abdominal.
But what did I tell you about that abdominal injury?
That what?
What he was going to do?
Oh, sit out the rest of the
season.
I told you that
because they were losing.
They were already losing.
They were losing.
That just gave him a reason to sit on.
Right. Come back for what?
So I mean, I just don't want to. I don't want to break up a solid core that we have for the glitz and glamours of a superstar, because that's what we doing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Anyways, moving on. The New Orleans Saints are not willing to sign Zion Williams.
New Orleans Saints.
Oh, my fault.
You ready for football season?
I am ready for football season. How about them boys? Are not willing to sign Zion to a full guaranteed 5-year max contract.
That might be one of the smartest things they decided.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
Why? Well, first of all, I know Drake cheap, so I know why he didn't want to give it to him. What? Why you don't want to give it to him?
No. Can I go? Since you fired a shot at me.
You went first last time.
Okay. All right. Okay. Don't tell me to shh.
It's too late now. You already shushed.
Okay. So.
You don't want
to. I'll wait for him to be there.
Go ahead, bro.
You're so childish. You are a childish mother. Shut your mouth.
I'm mad because it's funny. I'm mad because it's funny. Go ahead, KC. I'm mad because it's funny.
You just made me cancel my transfer.
What?
How did I do it? Stop trying to multitask.
No. Anyways.
Thank you.
Pay attention.
I am paying attention.
Must not be
so
transfers.
Come on. You go.
I told you stop playing with me, right?
You go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, for real though.
Go ahead. It's on you.
New Orleans has to be smart with this situation because if you're looking at Zion's track history, nothing's been consistent. His gameplay, his health,
gameplay. I don't
none
know
of it.
Gameplay.
He's played okay.
I think he's
a few games here and there.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you keep
but
looking up his.
You're looking at if you sign him to a long-term deal, let's just say he never gets fully healthy again.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to take that risk on putting that franchise tag on him to keep him? Just say you give him another 4-year or 5-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're done for 4 or 5 years straight, for sure.
So, okay, hold on a second, though. Check this out.
Because you already got Ingram.
That's true.
He got to get paid soon.
And McCullen.
Yep, and CJ played good, so he looking for another payday.
I think he good for a good couple years.
No, I think McCullen should be coming off contract.
No, because him and Dame is re-signed around the same time. But why are you looking that up? Now, here's the thing. When Zion plays a whole year, like he played 2020, played 60 games, he averaged 27, 60% from the field, 7 boards, 3 assists. So when he's in the game or when he plays, he's a bucket. He's a bucket. I don't like his game at all. Let me repeat. I do not like his game at all. But he's a bucket. So, I mean, this year, not this year. I think last year. Last year he played 24 games, and it was pretty ugly.
Oh, he got 2 years left.
That's what I'm saying. He got 2 years left, but they're not willing to sign him for an extension. I feel like just like Kyrie, if he has another crazy season, give him the 5 years.
Zion needs
my fault. Or trade him for a high, like I don't want to say superstar. Like, we put the label of superstar too quick on people. He's not a superstar. He hasn't done much. He's looking like Blake Griffin, to be really honest with you.
I was gonna say, you took the words right out of my mouth. Zion gives, I ain't gonna quite say Greg Oden vibes. He gives Blake Griffin vibes. He gives, I'm not gonna say tractor trailer vibes, but he gives me vibes of a missed window. Again, I hope I'm wrong, but why would they give him a 5-year extension? Based off what? Extensions in the NBA are rewards based, meaning you did enough as a rookie, you got us to the playoffs, you're balling out, and we're a couple pieces from behind, and we believe that you're in the future. Isn't Zion and his family off the court talking about demanding a trade for him and wanting him to leave? Why would they invest 5 years in him just for him to play a year and demand a trade? That's what these players doing, signing these big deals so they can get their money, i.e. Harden, i.e. Durant, i.e. Harden again.
Well, that's not Durant.
Okay. Harden again, right? From Houston to Brooklyn to Philly in the same season.
That's crazy.
In the same season. So, New Orleans, stick to your guns. See what he does this next year or two, and then offer him extension. Don't give him no 5-year supermax contract.
I agree with that. I mean, he hasn't really done much. I mean, he has potential, and I think
does he?
I think
does he still have potential? When's the last time bro played? What was his last game?
Well, he didn't play last year
at all.
It was 2021.
Oh,
so he played in 2020. Because this year, that foot thing kept lingering all the way to the end of the year.
I just remember him getting hurt in summer league and just knew.
And he was fat, and then he had to work that off and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I agree with New Orleans not rushing to it, but I will say this. Just don't demolish your relationship with him. because it's one of those things like, because just like you said, these young guys change their mind every other.
I would do a 2-year deal with them.
Well, he has 2 years left, so anything now would just be an extension. So, but I want to see what happens because this year we made the play-in and we made the playoffs. Did we make the playoffs? Yeah, they made the playoffs because they played Phoenix, almost beat them.
Yeah.
So we might not even need Zion, and I was like, well, let's get him out of here and sign some more talent.
Who do you send them to though?
Well, Zion, if he becomes a free agent, that's where he wants to go anyway.
Huh?
No, they wouldn't trade him. They would probably try to sign him as a free agent because they were Zion. Because they were talking about sending him wanting to go to New York to kind of rebuild. Where'd they play?
No, I'm signing trade.
Yeah, well, you have to.
I mean, I'm trading before.
But you got 2 years left, so why not get rid of him now? While you got the chance, you already know how that roster looks together with Ingram and McCullough and them. Yep. All you need is a couple more pieces, and y'all play off ready.
Pretty much, some veterans.
A couple of veterans.
Pretty much. Some more basketball news. Adam Silver says that the NBA is considering making the all NBA teams positionless. I know last week we talked about all NBA teams. Was that last week? No, that wasn't last week. Yes, that was last week. So
we're listening, man. Adam Silver
what?
Adam Silver is proposing the way they do the NBA teams, first teams. He's talking about getting rid of the positions. I listen.
Do you?
I do.
He's thinking about doing what?
He's thinking about making them positionless. So last year,
so it could be 5 guards, 10.
Yeah. So last year we talked. Well, not last week we talked about the all NBA teams. And remember, you was like, I want this person here. You was like, you can't do. They got to be 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. So with that being said, give me your all NBA team. Kesey, go.
Before you guys say Kesey, go, I hate that rule.
I hate that position.
No, with his proposal, hate it.
Why?
So it should be position.
I think it should be position because it gives it a balance.
Actually, that's good. Let's start there.
It incentivizes players to be the best in their position.
It gives a balance.
It gives a balance to the NBA. So if I'm Steph Curry and you're Bradley Beal and you're Chris Paul, we're competing for a guard spot.
Yeah.
Right? And if Bradley Beal wins it every year, I'm trying to step my game up to not only get those accolades, but to get that bonus money that comes with making the NBA all first team.
But what about when you have situations like, so this year we had 2 centers at the MVP kind of conversation.
I agree.
There's an argument to make Joel Embiid and Joker, they both should have been in an all NBA team, and Giannis should have been a power forward.
Well, then you got to do that much more to surpass that person. Because here's the thing. Joel Embiid didn't have near as many votes as Joker, and he was in second place.
Yeah.
He didn't have near as many votes.
Well, if he did, he'd have won.
So I'm saying, if you were edged out of MVP, you're on that second team. Bottom line. I don't mind the way it's done now, but I think it should be true. What do I mean by true? Like the fact that isn't Jason Tatum a guard? Isn't he a guard?
Small forward.
Small forward. The fact that, okay, bad example. The fact that DeMar DeRozan got billed as a small forward on the list, that annoyed me.
Really?
Because he's a guard. So they should stay true to the positions.
Well, I think
that's what I'm saying. It should be true to the position.
I think they try to stay as true to the position as possible. Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, I think they try to stay true to the position as possible. But some guys are that unique power forward, because you can put Giannis anywhere except for guard. You can put him at power forward. You can put him at center. You know, you ask Kesey his top 5. Giannis is all over the board just because he brung the ball up.
Giannis.
So, I thought this was interesting just because. It'll change.
What's the eye bleed, bro? What's that all about?
I'm just puzzled. That's all.
I just said that because I feel like when you look at all 3 of these teams, you can put LeBron in the first team. Then You can put because LeBron had a great year. You can put KD in the first team because he had a great year. Like you said, Steph Curry. You can put Steph Curry in because he had a great year.
Mhm.
And then, but I'm kind of in between when I really think about it because then you do have the same guys constantly getting it every single year. Like
up.
First year, LeBron James every single year.
Step up.
But if you have it in a position, okay, did he have a better year than Giannis? No, he did not. Did he have a better year than Jason Tatum? Kind of, but not really.
Well, that's why there's 3 levels to it.
I know, that's what I'm
first,
saying.
Second, third.
But I'm saying though, if you have it positionless, LeBron's in the first team every year.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that's why I don't agree with positionless.
But even with LeBron being in the year 18, third team is accolade, man.
I think it's great.
It is.
How many people can say in year 18 they were still all NBA?
I actually think he should have been second. I said that to Zeke. I said I don't like that LeBron is on the third team. But I get it.
Lucky he's here.
Yeah, he should have got over DeMar.
Easy.
No.
Easy.
He had a better season than DeMar.
Chicago had a better year than LA.
Chicago. This is individual persons. You're not putting the whole Bulls on there. You're putting individual people.
And why are they there, though?
Huh?
Why are they there?
You will defend LeBron for a murder thing.
But they just show. But they just show how bad Chicago really was in the playoffs, right? Well, because they won one game, right?
Yeah, but Chicago was going to be bad regardless.
So
the Lakers were bad because they were hurt most of the year.
So before this becomes a LeBron, NBA first team, what do you think of Adam Silver's proposal?
It's booty. There you go.
I'm gonna go with I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I like the way it is. I like that it got positions because it
does
makes you want to work hard. Because it almost set the fuel. Because like if I'm Joel Embiid, I'm looking at like Joker. I'm coming for you next year.
It's true.
Hands down, I'm on your heels.
Yeah.
All year.
I mean,
when we play each other, you better be ready.
Yeah, it's very, very, very true. I get that.
Okay, so who's on the NBA first team? Are we doing it based on Adam's new proposal, or do you want to do it guards? What do you?
Let's do it on Adam's new proposal.
Okay.
If Adam's new proposal, positionless, your first, just give me 5 guys you think had this. I'm talking about this year.
Okay.
All NBA team.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Giannis, Joker, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, and I'm being fair. I'm not being fans. I'm being fair. Probably have to go with either Devin Booker or Luka. If I'm being fair,
pick one.
Luka. Luka. So Steph, Luka, Giannis. Who else I say?
This is the 3 MVP candidates. Yep. Your favorite player,
Steph,
and then Luka.
Steph, Luka, Giannis is my favorite player. Giannis, Joker, Embiid, Steph, and Luka would be my first team if Adam Silver changed the rules.
Kesey.
Woo. I'm going with Giannis. You know that, hands down.
Hands down.
I like Ja.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
You know LeBron is in there.
Of course he is.
For this year,
LeBron had a good year. I mean,
he had a good year for a 40-year-old.
AD was hurt a lot, so you mean they had no rim protection really.
Okay, that's cool.
So
I said he had a good year for a 40-year-old.
So you got
and he had Westbrook that shot nearly 11% this year. So you know,
was it that low?
It was low. It was like 21% or something like that.
Wow. So Giannis,
LeBron, Ja.
Okay.
I can go with Embiid. I like Embiid. Embiid had a real good year for me this year.
He don't get hurt, he wins MVP.
I think so too.
If he don't get hurt,
he don't pick up James Harden, he would have won.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so either, but go ahead.
And I like Steph. I like Steph, man.
What you got, bro?
I got Giannis, Joel, Joker, Ja, and Luka.
It's good. That's.
I can't believe y'all picking Luka though.
Well, Luka Luka took his team to the conference final. You know I'm not a Luka fan at all.
Jalen Brunson helped him.
Who?
at all.
Jalen
But
Brunson
Luka,
Brunson helped him.
Luka is a franchise.
Brunson helped him.
Stop it.
He's a franchise player, and you love him or hate him, and I don't like him. He's a franchise player. He's a franchise player. Don't like him, but the stats that Luka put up this season,
it's crazy,
ridiculous.
And then on top,
ridiculous.
I want to.
He cries. He travels.
He cries. He travels. He carries.
But he
still balls out.
You put him on Boston championship.
I don't know about that.
Instead of
I don't
who?
know about that.
Instead of Jason Tatum.
You smoking good.
Oh,
you smoking good.
I was with you up into that one.
What?
Jason Tatum is a superstar, bro. And I'll take him over Luka.
Tatum is way better than Luka.
I'll take him over Luka any day.
Way better than Luka.
I don't know about better, but I'm going to take him over
He's
Luka.
better than Luka.
Speaking of Jason Tatum.
And he holds defense.
Speaking of Jason Tatum, let's go into the NBA Finals.
That 70 show. Oh! Jason Tatum, you said he does it sometimes on defense?
I've seen him have some soft moments. Okay? Some soft moments like Jason. Could have been there.
Dude, how come you're not hard on Luka? Because he's the softest.
Whoa, I never said Luka don't be crying. I never said he don't be crying.
Told you go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I didn't praise Luka, and I want to keep the praise for an episode of Luka. I'm going to stop. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you're going to have some praise in it. Anyways. Going to the NBA Finals, we watched Game 1.
Woo.
Now, I didn't want to talk about it beforehand because I knew going in I would want to see Game 1 before I make my decision. I'm still sticking with Boston. Even if they had lost, I still was going to stick with Boston. I guess we'll start with, have you changed your mind, Dre?
I've not changed my mind.
Are you sure?
I'm not. Like I told you in our group chat, man, listen.
Here we go.
There is no emotion attached to me with either of these.
Go ahead and tap dance your way on out of this.
Don't juck and jive. We've been delivered from that.
Go ahead and tap dance your way out of this.
Can I finish? Like I've said all season, I picked Golden State to be in the finals. The only team that I had beaten them was the Bucks in 7, and I'm sticking with Golden State. I believe Golden State, when it's all said and done, will win the championship. And just because I picked them doesn't mean I'm a fan or I'm running from something. There is no emotion for me as a Bucks fan to whoever wins this series. I only watch the game sporadically because I'm so not invested in the finals because I'm still hungover from the Bucks. With that being said, am I a Steph Curry fan? 110% agree. He's probably my second or third favorite player in the game right now.
First.
Shut up.
Come on, man. Be honest.
I do not like the Golden State Warriors as a team. When Kevin Durant joined them, you remember how much I hated basketball?
I just want you to say, this is my thing. Here's my thing, Trey, about you.
Here we go.
And we talked about this in a group chat.
Here we go.
I'll be like, yeah, I'm geek.
That's because you're acting like a fan. Hold up. You're acting like a fan. Isaiah's acting like a fan. Isn't he, bro? In these group chats, we be like, wait, you would think the Boston Celtics are the Dallas Cowboys or something. I'm like, bro, why are you so geek?
Because
why are you so geek?
He only so geek because he picked them.
That's something.
If he didn't pick them, he wouldn't even care.
You know what's funny about that?
Hold up. Before you defend yourself, because I told him like this. I said, dude, why are you putting Boston in all caps to me? I only picked Golden State to win. I don't care if they win.
You pick Golden State to stick with it. Just say, I picked Golden State.
I picked them, but it doesn't.
You know just like. Hold on a second.
No. You can defend yourself in the 2-minute rant. Keys, can we pick a team and not have any emotion attached?
Yes.
I picked the Warriors because the Warriors are a better team, and I believe they'll win the title. I could care less if Boston wins. I could care less if Golden State wins.
So that's the thing, though.
Good.
Just leave it at that then. Be like, I want Golden State to win. I'm like, all right, cool. I want Boston to win. So, of course, the team I picked, they winning. I'm hyped. You acting like, I don't care. Whatever.
No, because
like,
you
hold on a second now.
You came at the no.
You?
People got to know you.
Can I talk? Can I talk now? You ain't talk. You ain't talk.
So was Boston your prediction from the start?
My pick was
I freaking hate Isaiah
My
Moore.
pick was Boston. When Middleton got hurt, what did I say? I said Boston's gonna win this series.
You said when who got hurt?
When Middleton got hurt, I said Boston's gonna win this series.
He did.
That's what I said. And hold on a second though. When I'll say this. When I was saying, yeah, I want Dallas to win
before
this
that series, were you with Boston?
No, with the Bucks.
It's okay then. Shut the hell up.
Okay, no, ain't no shut up because check this out.
Okay,
no,
let me tell you why.
No, let me get this out. 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 Hold on a second out. Nope, I'm not letting you get this out. Because when Memphis was playing Golden State, when Dallas was playing Golden State, Dre was over here cheesing, feeling good.
Why though?
Yeah. They had them like 4, 5, 6.
Tell the whole story.
That had to do with it. Because I made a bet
that you lost
for Memphis. Memphis.
And Dallas.
That's it. No, I just wanted Dallas to win.
But we bet it though.
We didn't bet.
Zeke, I'm 2-0 against you.
You 2-0 against something about the Bucks.
So
until he break it.
Listen,
the point is,
so the reason Zeke is geek once again.
No, because you was over there cheesing with it. Golden State was with it.
You lost the bet.
When Golden State was with it, you was over there feeling yourself.
You lost the bet. And you lost the bet.
Okay.
We had 2 bets. You said that
Memphis will win,
which cost you to pay last month.
Okay.
And then we had a bet about Dallas and the Warriors, which causing you to pay this month. Why do you think you're paying this month?
Because it's June. That was in May.
You paid May too.
I didn't pay May.
You did. See, get off the bottle.
The point is, Dre was over there feeling himself with Golden State, and I was just like, dude,
bet, bro.
If they lose, just let it be. Just be like, yeah, they lost. They lost.
But he been riding Golden State from the start, though.
He ain't been riding Golden State from the start. He been riding the Bucks from the start.
No, he had Bucks and Golden State in the finals.
Bucks and Golden State in the finals all year.
What I'm saying is when your team lose, just
you're not my team.
But the team he picked to be in the finals is in the finals.
You're not
the team you originally picked is not in the finals. You only picked Boston because Middleton went down.
Yeah.
America.
Who did you have from the jump?
The Bucks. We all had the Bucks from the get-go.
The Bucks and who?
Oh, I had Bucks and
Phoenix.
Yeah, I had Bucks and Phoenix. You did too.
The Phoenix. If America, if you could see screenshots of the chat, he came in our group chat like he does when the Packers lose, didn't he? He came like, whoa, when did you become a Boston fan? And I realized why. Because it gives him a leg up on me because
because Dre never wants to be wrong. He don't never want to be wrong. And so then when he gets to talking about, I don't care because the Bucks is my team anyway.
It's
what? Don't tap dance out of this thing. It's one game.
You know Isaiah, right?
I do.
You know.
I do.
Nothing is more satisfying than to see you lose.
I know, man.
And the team right now? And the team you pick. That's the most satisfying part.
The world against Zeke. The world against Zeke.
He already suspended for the first 5 Bucks games of the
season. Watching Boston beat Golden State last week, he dang near was on cloud 10.
Wow.
Like they were the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I swear. When you came to the chat,
because know your boy on there.
Where is Tone when I need him? He was over here on cloud 9 talking about the Golden State Warriors.
Because I won a bet.
That had nothing to do with it. You was over there feeling yourself.
Because I won a bet.
You over there feeling yourself.
We apologize for the overmodulating. We had 2 bets. That's why you had
the one bet was about Memphis. The other bet was about me being wrong about
Dallas
a stat.
And Golden State.
No, about a stat. About a stat.
That had to do with Golden State.
No, it didn't. It had to do with was it who Golden State played?
Same thing.
It was something about them, but it had nothing to do with the Dallas series.
So
hold on a second though, because I was saying, hey, the Dallas series, I really want Dallas to win this series. You sitting over there feeling yourself. They'll knock this down by 5 or 6.
Because you
did it, and then they did it, and then you over there feeling yourself again
because you lost another bet.
So like, you
lost another bet.
You know what? Boston is 7.
You lost another bet.
State to win. Let's bet again. I'm like, nope. I just want to see.
No, I said let's bet on the finals.
Yeah, you said let's bet on the finals. I said no.
You said no.
I said no. I just want to see your face, Curry, Steph.
We do not.
Draymond Green, Klay Thompson.
If you have trouble,
see all y'all faces.
If you have trouble or addictions to gambling, please reach out to the Gamblers Anonymous. We are not gambling.
Every series.
So I'm saying this, America.
You put you off the table, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I'm sick of y'all.
Come on. Okay,
All
we
right.
apologize. So listen here.
We're done.
Like I'm gonna take a nap.
We weren't arguing, America. We really do like.
We weren't arguing. It's
They
that's
really,
okay.
they really
that's
don't. America.
brotherly love.
I've been around these brothers all my life, and they really don't like each other.
They really don't like you. We just
you
can't get
know what I'm saying? We just faking. No, I
I'm
have
gonna slap both y'all out y'all seat. Don't try to disrespect me like that on the air.
I have zero emotional attachments to this series. I am a Steph Curry fan. Steph Curry has shown us.
I just want you to say the same. If Golden State wins this, let's say they win the next 4.
Mhm.
I want you to have the same. I want you to have
Same energy.
Same energy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're allowed to gloat and say, I told you Golden State wasn't trash. You can say stuff like that, but your gloating was a little different.
How was my
Bro, your game one made it seem like Boston won the championship.
No, I just
KC.
said let's go Boston.
KC.
That's all I said in
KC.
capital letters. I said
Bro,
let's go
He
Boston.
threatened me to go to the tapes. Like, bro, why are you threatening me? Because there's 2 teams left and I picked Golden State to win.
You know he was on threaten you.
KC picked Golden State to win. So, to answer your question, no, I do not change my tone. I'm glad Boston pulled it off. What I will say, as a sports fan, Golden State better watch out. Here's why I now say that.
Why?
Because Tatum was 3 for 17.
Yeah, he didn't have the best game.
Okay. And Boston still put up 120.
But the only thing is, though, Horford had a game that he won't have the rest of the series.
No.
He did the same thing with the Bucks.
Ever since Giannis,
he did the same thing with the Bucks. He had one great game like this where he didn't miss.
I'll say
the only thing is with Golden State is they can't let somebody else have a game like that, like the Bucks did, and they let Grant Williams have that second game. The Bucks don't let Grant Williams have that game.
Oh,
they be in the finals.
That's true.
So my only advice to Golden State is don't let nobody else have a game like Horford have outside of Tatum.
Well,
I say he has one more in him just because with the Bucks, Horford had to worry about Giannis. So that was his, like, he's a problem.
But after Giannis posterized him, Horford became a different person.
But that goes back to what Keith's talking about as far as, like, the Bucks always got one dude who ain't supposed to have this kind of night.
And they always have it on us.
And they always have it on us. I think that I say
but also,
Horford's going to have one more.
But also you got to remember
20-plus game.
Why he had a good game, too. And he ain't that dude.
That's true, too. And you sound like Draymond Green when he said, "Oh, who? Horford,
Derek White, who?
And Williams. Oh, we'd be all right. We'd be cool."
Yeah, that's how. And the way he said it was how I was looking at it. Like, yeah, they had a good game. Let's see if we can do it for a whole series.
I say they have one more, and I just hope. Well, I ain't gonna say I hope, but for Golden State's sake, I hope it's not Game 6
or Game 2.
No, you don't say Game 6 because
you don't want to go down 2-0 and go have to play on Boston.
I think they'll go down 2-0. I think that because if they go down 2-0, you can call it.
I tend to agree with you, Steph. A couple things here, and I'm a Steph Curry fan, but Steph Curry has to play like an MVP. You cannot score 21 in the first and go scoreless in the second. And he didn't score the final 8 minutes of the fourth.
I think that
he was in foul trouble.
I think that has more to do with Boston than it has to do with
Steph
Curry.
I disagree. I just think he went cold because it wasn't Boston defense. Look at the stats of the final 8 minutes of that game. Golden State couldn't buy a bucket.
Yeah, that was. But what I'm saying is
Clay was scored 15 points. Jordan Poole was non-existent. Kevin Looney was getting baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, first of all, Golden State is soft, low key.
But and let's not forget, Boston shot almost perfect in the fourth quarter.
Almost. But what I'm saying,
after having a horrible scoring game, Boston won the game. Shout out to Boston. They won the game because they won the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and
that's it.
And that's what I said. Like,
bottom line,
we before the mics or on, I said, like, Boston. Usually teams don't survive because I was watching the game and when I think Golden State was up by like 12 with like 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this over. And
I never said it was over.
I thought it was over, but I was like, let's see, because if you let Boston stick around, they'll start hitting shots. And I think
even Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart is the X factor of this game because Jason's gonna get his, Jalen's gonna get his, but what's it called?
Robert Williams.
No, not Robert Williams. Who's we just talking about?
Horford.
No.
White.
No.
Jason Tatum.
No.
From Golden State.
No. From Boston.
Oh, dude, that put up Al Horford.
No.
Dude, that put up the career night.
No. The defensive player of the year.
Oh, Marcus Smart.
Oh,
Marcus Smart.
If Marcus Smart
when
puts up 20 or more,
it's trouble.
That's it.
But he hasn't been consistent all year.
Yeah, he's been consistent in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, he's been consistent.
He's been consistent in the playoffs. In fact, I would say this:
he's more dangerous than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because with Jason Tatum, he's tall. He's 6'8", he's long. It's not really you can do much about that. Jaylen Brown is very athletic. So with them commanding most of the defense, you forget about Smart out there, who's always ready to shoot the three. I don't know what percentage he's shooting, but I'm sure it's in the 40s. And he's making them. He's making them.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'll also say this: watching parts of Game 1, and we always talk about this. Basketball is about matchups. Golden State doesn't really match up great with Boston.
They don't. They're soft.
They're small.
Soft.
For Golden State to tie this series up tonight, Clay has to be Clay. Poole has to score. Looney has to own the middle, which is hard to do because Horford has made the middle his. Robert Williams has made the middle his, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Golden State has to come out, hit buckets. Draymond needs to also play better. He's not getting the pass because he was a little asleep behind the wheel too. But again, I think this series will go 6. I do have the Warriors winning it in 6. But if they go down 2-0, Zeke, and I'll admit this, next week the discussion might be different. We potentially, depending on how this series goes, next Sunday we could be talking about the NBA champion. Because if Golden State comes out and wins the next 3, this series is over when we record next week. If Boston does an unthinkable and pull off a sweep, which I don't think they will, this series is over when we record next week. So a lot can happen in a week of basketball. A good win for Boston. Golden State had a lot of flaws, but the biggest one is they just couldn't hit anything in the fourth. Boston, I think they said, went on a 17-0 run with like 6 minutes left in the fourth. You do not win basketball games that way.
I think, like I said, I think there's more to Boston D's than it is to Golden State just missing shots. Do you have an early pick for Finals MVP?
It's only been one game, so no. So the MVP of Game 1, obviously for the winning team, was Horford. For the losing team, it was Steph. And that doesn't say a lot because he went scoreless in the second and parts of the fourth.
But hold on. But my only question to y'all is, though, what did I say about that boy?
Who?
Steph.
What did you say?
About his finals.
Oh, he goes to sleep. He chokes.
He goes to sleep.
But he had 34, but he just didn't score when he needed to.
Exactly. So that's a part of being elite.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think
I'm telling you now, if your boy don't put on an elite performance where he's that elite dude.
What's an elite performance?
MJ,
Kobe, LeBron.
No, I'm talking. No, hold on.
I'm talking one of those.
Hold on a second. You don't hear what I'm saying. I'm saying, what is give me like 60 points.
You don't need 60. You just need to make points in the fourth quarter.
What is the elite performance?
40.
Because if he has, hold on a second though. If he has 34, because usually if Steph has 34, that's game.
But 21 of those came in the first quarter.
What I'm asking you is, what is a elite performance?
You close out games and you win them.
That's a wide, broad.
Yeah, answer. But you have to win games. So what I'm
saying, hold on, okay, check this out. When I say elite performance, like LeBron had one, I think he had like 50, like 12 assists, and like maybe like 8 boards or something like that. I'm saying, like, what is
okay? I'm gonna give it to you like this, because I don't think you can give it in stats. Giannis Game 6 against Phoenix.
He had 50.
Elite.
He had 50.
LeBron Game 7 against Golden State when they win
with the Iguodala block.
Yeah,
he had 50.
I'm giving you what you asked me for.
You asking for?
I'm giving you getting what you asked me for.
So give me some numbers.
Listen, you saying the numbers that he's telling you.
All right, fine.
Kobe.
So you saying 50?
Steph He don't got to average 50, but he can't go cold. He can't go cold. If Steph averages 34 and it's spread out, I'm good with it. If Steph's 34 would have came 15 in the first half and 15 in the fourth, I'm good with it because you got to close games. Steph didn't close. And you always ride me about being a Steph fan. Now you see I'm giving him the heat too. He has to close. And if he doesn't close, Golden State doesn't win. More importantly, I will come on and you both can say, Dre, your theory was wrong. And I'll say, you were right. Golden State can't do it without KD, even though they did it once.
How did Andre Iguodala start playing all of a sudden?
He was hurt. They were resting him, and they didn't. Let's be honest, they didn't need him for Dallas or Memphis.
He was old. But they put him in the finals
for defense. He can still bring some defensive presence to the game. He's a little slow.
He got no momentum. He's got no, you know what I mean? Like coming from the last series, like, oh, okay, he had a couple good games last series. Let's throw him in. I'm trying to figure out how he even got in the rotation.
Yeah, because like you just said, he long. He can
but they could have did Kumungo for that.
Nah, he young.
Exactly.
No, he too young.
But he had a momentum coming in from the last series where he had a couple good moments.
You don't put young guys in those situations.
What did Iguodala do the whole playoffs?
Nothing.
Exactly. So what do you gonna think he's gonna do in the finals?
Something.
Nothing.
Hey, when he won Finals MVP, them stats wasn't up there.
He shouldn't have got it.
That was 5 years ago.
But he still shouldn't have got it. It should have been Steph. We agreed on this.
And back at 5 years older and on worse terms.
Listen,
worser is not a word, but I use that on him.
I'm saying worse because you called him worse. Iggy can still bring defensive presence to the game, bro. You just acting like he's just a scrub.
I didn't say he was a scrub, but I said
you might as well.
He's not final. I said he's not finals ready because he doesn't have a momentum coming in.
He has the mindset, though. You can't.
He's a championship player.
You call it whatever you want to call it. I tell you what, because lost one. I tell you that.
Don't tell me.
And I tell you tonight, if they put him in again, they're gonna lose again.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
And you think he ain't getting no clock?
He might not.
Iggy won't touch. He won't touch the floor tonight. I guarantee it.
Oh,
put some money on it.
He definitely
put some money on it.
Go ahead.
Put no money on it.
He don't like to bet since he lost twice. That's like money.
Lunch. That's $10, man.
Dude, I'm not putting nothing on it. What's wrong with y'all?
Bro, did I tell you, man, I'm on a steak taco binge, man. I'm trying to find somebody that sells some good laughing tacos.
What'd you call it, seller?
Laughing Taco.
No, it's another place on the south side.
They're closed down.
What you mean? No, they just closed from the Pfizer Forum.
No, they're closed on Oklahoma too.
Really?
Yeah. They original store is closed.
They closed.
They only in the Pfizer Forum now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I've been on the hunt. Who got them?
These nuts.
That's why I didn't ask because I knew he was gonna say that. That's why I didn't even. Yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't, but I was gonna tell you about this place. I was trying to look it up now.
Yeah, but no.
Keith, you have a Finals MVP pick. Or you want to keep waiting?
I'm going to wait. There's not been a good enough performance.
It's only been one game.
I mean, Horford had one good game, but he's going to have more than one good game to make me consider him a Finals MVP.
Jason Tatum, although he shot terribly, he had a lot of assists. He had rebounds, and he played as far as a facilitator. But
he did what he was supposed to do, and that's if the shot's not falling. Hey, I'm gonna either draw the defense and kick it out, or whatever the case may be.
Shout out to Brad Stevens. We rode him last season for getting promoted.
No.
He doesn't get no love?
No.
No love?
No.
Okay.
So he didn't make no good choices?
He didn't make no good choices. Bringing back Horford. Drafting Jason Tatum.
No, I'm giving all my
Shout out to Danny Ainge.
I'm giving all my credit to Nia Longboy friend. That's who's getting all my credit.
Udo.
Coach.
Udo.
The coach.
Udo.
The coach.
Udo?
Happy Udo.
Happy Udo.
Whatever. I'm giving him all the credit.
Nina.
Nia what?
Nia.
No, it'd be Nia. What if they get married? What's his last name?
Udo.
Nia.
But you know, most Hollywood celebrities keep their last names.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they keep their last names.
Nina, baby. Don't do it. Still
hey, she was geek. She was geek when they won. She was geek. No.
Well, if you count the TV shows, like
it's her first. No, she's not married. They're married. They're just together. They're engaged. That's what they are.
They'll probably stay engaged for the rest of their life.
That's what they'll call it off.
Nina.
Cheaper to keep.
Stay engaged, baby.
They'll call it off.
Nina. Nina.
What? Nina. They will.
Stay engaged. Let me stop.
They ain't gonna call it off.
This is not a Hollywood talk show. If you're just not tuning in, this is not World Star Hip Hop.
You didn't see what she was doing.
So
anyway,
so you got Boston in what?
I thought you got Boston 7. Ain't nothing changed with me.
Casey?
I got Golden State in 6.
I got Golden State in 6.
I got Boston in 6.
You got Boston in 6?
Put your money where your mouth is.
No, I'm not finna do that. But
cash.
y'all got Golden State in 6. That means Boston wins one more game.
Yeah, at home.
Wow.
Unless they win tonight. If Boston wins tonight, the series is over.
Trey. Number one, I thought you don't keep cash on you.
Nah, somebody had to pay me.
That's number one. Number two, see? So I'm talking about.
Come on.
So I'm talking about.
Put your money in.
So
Well, I'm not tempting them, bro. Take the bet.
I'm not taking no bet.
Didn't I just ask you about $40 from you?
Exactly. That's when he said he don't carry cash. I don't carry cash.
I didn't say that.
You did say that.
I said, Kesey, you don't need no money from me. That's what I said. And I stand by that. Kesey don't need no money from me.
I couldn't even borrow $40 from my friend.
Come put the vacuum cleaner together.
Look, man, y'all talk about that after the
You know
show.
what? I can't borrow 40. I need 50. Let's put it together for you.
This has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast.
Hold on. Gas is $5.39 a gallon.
No, they price fixing like a mug because
No,
it went down by my house.
He want me to come out to his house. So guess what? He's going to pay my gas too.
That's what we're doing now.
Cool. We'll be on.
Go.
Since I couldn't borrow 40 from my boy,
hey,
I know.
Right.
Tone, do me a favor and call this episode. Dre looks back. Because I want them to remember everything they said when I start charging for stuff.
When you start charging for what?
I don't charge you for nothing.
I know. I appreciate that.
This has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'll have to thank myself, because without me, there would be no podcast. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here.
Don't do it. Don't you dare press in. Don't you dare press in.
How you gonna try to have a
dare press in?
How you gonna try to have a hold on? How you gonna try to have a David Ruffin in the Temptations moment on the 94 Feet Podcast and thought it was gonna be okay? And you thought that was gonna be okay?
Wait a minute. I was going to say if Tone pressed in, I was gonna fire him from his own studio. Like, you know what? Let me call all my friends. You know what I'm saying? Look here. Tone, like, look, y'all are OC.
Oh, man. Okay.
94 Feet Nation, we appreciate you. Listen to us on your favorite podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iTunes, Spreakers,
everywhere.
No, you had your
podcast. Everywhere you can stream your favorite. Really?
Let it go. Let it go. You didn't talk.
You can also catch us on every social media platform
except for
TikTok,
because
we're adults.
Agree with us?
Probably not.
94 Feet Nation.